Grand Rising family, it's Shay Seeking, and this is Not Your Mama's Bible Study, along with a little bit of His Stories Lies. So today we are still going to be looking a little bit further into this whole Pelosi taking a knee with the kente cloth dressed in red. We're going to look in the scripture to see where we might be when we see something like this. And I'm just going to point out a couple of things that stand out to me that make me think that this may be a message for the melanated being or the earth. Okay. So again, I already did part 1. This is the short version. Now we're going to go into part 2 and bring out a little more details from Isaiah. Okay, so it says Nancy Pelosi kneels and calls George Floyd a martyr. Now we're using these biblical terms here. So again, these people know exactly what's going on. They know these things do have to come to pass, whether it is to manipulate people into thinking that God is on his way, or there's actually going to be some things that are going to be put into play soon that, again, we should be paying attention to. Okay, so it says to police brutality as Democrat. And remember, we said that they were slaying the martyrs and the saints were being slain. Okay, in one of those other videos that I believe that's what it said, in one of the videos that made me speak on this in general with this whole Floyd thing. Okay, because these are signs and wonders, right? Okay, so okay, so it says as Democrats launch sweeping reform bill to ban chokeholds. Again, I guess that might have been a chokehold that we witnessed. I'm not sure if that's a version of one, but I thought that it had to be a different way, but okay. Makes suing abusive cops easier and set up national register of guilty officers, but rejects defunding police. Okay. So again, they're scrambling, trying to figure out something at the same time or a way to bring it to us in a sense. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go straight over here into Isaiah. And it says, Isaiah 1, these are the messages that came to Isaiah, son of Amos. Okay. Which could be Amos. Okay. And historically, we'll just leave it there for now. Okay. So it says, in the vision. Okay, so this is things that was brought to him in a vision. It wasn't in a scroll, it wasn't in a chapter, it was in a vision. And we know we could be definitely dealing with pineal or consciousness or that voice within, again, that we have been ignoring all of this time because someone else has been acting as the head of your state of mind, basically. Okay, so again, now we're coming into an awakening and we're able to see. Okay, the veil is being lifted. That's what revelations or a revolution is all about. Okay, so then it says, let's see, okay, so Amos. Okay, again, we already know that even biblical scholars say that some of these people are the same people, just the text or the terminology or the term has been altered. Okay. So again, it could be because people were speaking different languages that were filling in for the book and pronounced things differently. Okay. So let's see. Amos in the vision he saw during the reigns, okay, of King Uzziah. So this is when it's the fact that they made sure to say, okay. So the fact that let's see, I don't want to lose my track of mind. The fact that they're saying reigns, meaning that this person must have had more than one, okay, time of reigning over the people. King Jotham or Jotham, okay, King Uzziah and King Hezekiah, all kings of Judah. In these messages, God showed him what was going to happen to Judah Judah and Jerusalem. Look at me. See, this is why I lock myself in the room so I get no distractions. Okay, So Judah and Jerusalem in the days ahead. So this is something that's going to be happening in days ahead. It does not say how far along. It just says days ahead. So it says, listen, O heavens. Again, the heavens, when we're talking about this, remember that caste system. The heavens is everything that is above the earth. Okay. And that is wasn't originally that way, but this is the way that they come and set up their foundation, firmament, establishment. Okay. So again, this is what happens when they colonize or create on uh, top of the earth or within the earth. Okay. So to what the Lord is saying. So listen to what the Lord in this case is saying. The children I raised and cared for so long and tenderly have turned against me. So again, these when we're talking about this, children could mean we can stay on a basic level, right? And just touch the surface. And we can say that these children are speaking of his immediate family children. Okay. Or this can be his extended family children, or meaning how we are basically property or minors or minorities, right? Okay. Children in a sense of mm, bringing into a certain, even the part that it says the children I raised and cared for so long and tenderly have turned against me. So again, this could be even like we're talking revolution. Even when we're talking about John Brown, we're talking about Abraham Lincoln. Some of these people, it might not have been to benefit you initially, but they were revolting against that entity in a sense. Okay. Even when the continent when the continent was supposedly split with the Confederate and all the other different ways that we look at this. Okay. The Confederacy or whatnot. Okay. So again, this could mean also his children, meaning a higher level of children with a certain position as well. Okay. Meaning the commoners, peasants, and servants. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So, and I would think it would even more possibly be talking about that, but again, I'm not sure. So the children I have raised and cared for so long and tenderly have turned against me, even the animals. Okay, so even the animals. Okay, and again, we know animals also mean humans. Okay, it's used to talk about people as well. Okay, and it says specifically the donkey and the ox know their owner and appreciate his care for them, but not my people, Israel. Okay, so that's really tough right here. When we say the donkey, it's funny that we're talking about the Democrats here. Okay, it's funny that we're talking about the Democrats here. And then the oxen, the ox or oxen in some Bibles, I've looked into that, and there is a time when even in Asia, I think it was a smaller elephant, the Asian maybe elephant or whatever, that they called an ox. They called them ox or oxen at some point in time. Okay. Now, mind you, I can't remember if the Republican symbol has changed, but again, if you go all the way back, there were Republicans before there was Democrats, or a Republican Democratic Party in a sense together, I've heard. Okay. So again, and then remember that those first Republicans were melanated beings that were overthrown by propaganda. Okay. That some so-called white people, is how they explained it in the writings, uh, were basically led to feel like they were threatened or in fear of these people. And then they used these particular militia that they formed, like KKK or something like that, in order to get rid of these people and run them out. Okay. So again, so yeah, ox know their owner and appreciate his care for them, but not my people Israel. So again, this could be in this fact that we're talking about people, this could be just talking about who I just said, the commoners, servants, and peasants. Again, because if we look at it even in these times, they are rebelling against and they are figuring out some things that are going on that they are upset about as well. Some may not be upset because of the same reason that you are, but they are upset. See, okay? And because they are living creatures, to be honest with you, they have no power really over you, but they supposedly have power in those documents, such as the Declaration of Independence and things of that nature. Okay? So, no matter what I do for them, they still don't care. Again, oh, what a sinful nation they are. They walk back bent, um, uh, they walk bent back beneath their load of guilt. So they are going bent back beneath their load of guilt. You see that? Their fathers before them were evil too. So their fathers before them were evil too. Okay? So again, this just makes me go back, and this is why it's important to read the whole thing, to think that we just going to have to leave it in the air. This could be talking about those that are in higher up status in the government or the abode of God in the heavens, the outwardly heavens. Okay? Or it can be talking about the commoners and peasants and servants, or again, this could possibly be talking about the minorities or untouchable Dalit people at the bottom, the earth, okay, of the bottom, underneath the heavens, okay, in the Sheol, okay. So again, their fathers before them were evil too, born to be bad. They have turned their backs upon the Lord and have despised the Holy One. They have despised the Holy One of Israel. They have cut themselves off from my people. Okay. Okay. Oh, my people, haven't you had enough of punishment? Why will you force me to whip you again and again? You understand? Why? For me to whip you again and again. Must you forever rebel? Okay. Okay. From head to foot, you are sick and weak and faint, covered with bruises and welts and infected wounds, unanointed and unbound. Your country lies in ruins. Your cities are burned while you watch foreigners. Okay. Are burned while you watch. Okay. Let's see. Foreigners are destroying and plundering everything they see. Now, this is reminding me of times that we're in right now. Again, at one point in time, okay, since we don't know what time this is, okay, at one point in time, you had your so-called Black Wall Streets and things, and they were burned down, and you could not do anything but sit there and watch them burn, okay? And foreigners were the ones that were destroying them. Now you've been placed in the level of being a foreigner because you're calling yourself Black and African American, okay? Misnomers or dead, okay? So now, in this sense, this could be the flip-flop that now they're calling you the foreigners that are tearing up things. And they're getting, some of these people are getting angry about it, in their neighborhoods and whatnot, okay? So then they will be looking at you a certain kind of way, right? Okay. So foreigner, and again, we know that some of these people are not even our people that are doing this damage, but again, I'm just saying pay attention. Okay. Okay, so they're plundering everything they see. You stand there helpless and abandoned like a watchman's shanty in the field when the harvest time is over, or when the crop is stripped and robbed. Now, again, this is very different now, because again, when we see these groups that we're seeing and witnessing now, right? We're seeing all different types of people involved in this looting and in this marching and so-called rioting. So it's not like one group of people being under attack. So then you have to think deeper and go back to and say, is this what we're talking about now? Again, but I would not make any kind of decision until I finish the whole chapter. Okay. So again, this would have been you back then, unarmed, afraid, and sitting there with these people with their arms and their missiles and their planes coming through and just taking your stuff away. And all you can do is just sit there. Okay. But again, nowadays people have the right to carry, and they don't actually have to sit there and just watch, to be honest with you. Okay. So again, let's try to finish up a little bit more and then we'll break it down into another one. So it says, if the Lord, okay, now we're changing up here. It says, if the Lord of hosts, okay, had not stepped in to save a few of us, we would have been wiped out as Sodom and Gomorrah were. And apt comparison. Listen, you leaders of Israel. So again, now they're being serious. Listen to you leaders of Israel, you men of Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, as I call. Now it just said that this was as Sodom and Gomorrah were. Okay, and then now it says something about comparison. Listen, you leaders of Israel, you men of Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, so again, we're seeing Sodom and Gomorrah all over again, possibly. Okay. As I call you now, listen to the Lord. Hear what he is telling you. So listen to the Lord and hear what he is telling you. Again, what Lord is this that we're talking about? Is this your pineal gland? Is this the corona or the crown chakra? Is this what the those who have been sealed, okay, with the seventh seal, possibly, okay? Is this, listen to what that voice is telling you, okay? Hear what he is telling you. Again, and again, I'm not saying particular that this is your Lord in that sense, but again, it's reminding me also of Donald Trump talking, okay? And although I don't agree with him and I did not vote for him and I don't see things his way, I can see past my emotions and my feelings towards him and respect the fact that he was the only one saying that everybody shouldn't get tested, when those of us that are marked with that different seal, marked with a seal, okay, not with the mark of the beast, but with the seal, okay, or even just in a higher level of consciousness, can see right through all of this stuff. So we know where we need to be right now, and that's right where we are. Okay, so at the end of the day, I do hear him saying things that make a lot of sense, but they will take the media, okay, which I feel has to do with the media, what we're talking about, or Medea, okay, in the biblical text, as a monster in a sense. I think that that is a form of a beast as well, okay. Again, because I think there's only seven, when it talks about the seven horns, I believe it's the seven whatever we just read, okay, seven whatever and 10 something, okay. Those seven could be including those networks that own all of the things that you watch on your television, okay. And those people are, you know, being harsh on him, more harsh than even Obama or any other president, again, combating with him. So we see a lot of confusion because the president is saying one thing, but the media has been given the power to say what the hell it wants about what he's saying, which is causing confusion, okay, amongst the people that are paying attention to that and believe it on the level that they're showing them, okay. So again, a lord would be a landlord or a type of master to a group of people or individuals as well. So again, I'm just saying, some of the stuff that he is saying does make sense, but they take it out of context and then make jokes about it. And then everyone just starts laughing about it instead of listening. Okay. So again, hear what he is telling you. I am sick of your sacrifices. Do not bring me any more of them. I don't want your fat rams. Okay. Okay. I don't want to see the blood of your offerings. Who wants your sacrifice when you have no sorrow for your sins? Again, I'm wondering if this is talking something about, even, I'm just going outside of the box and just hitting on things. It's reminding me also of the situation with the police and how they are, you know, even when I shared with you guys a while back that American Gods clip, um, that was talking about um, the guy that was working in the mortuary. He was talking about, or the morgue, was talking about how since 1857 or one of those dates he gave, that they have been taking all of the so-called black people from the surrounding area in Cairo, Illinois, in the surrounding area, and they take care of the bodies for a certain thing. So it made me think sometimes, are these bodies getting shipped or flown here and there? Sometimes in order for someone to, I mean, I think outside the box again, not just out of the air, but from information that I've obtained. Okay. So again, I wonder if this is something, when it comes to body parts, the Kanika thing, all of this stuff. Okay. And then if these things are some type of a ritual that we're seeing unfold on the media, which is the only place that you can go and find so-called black people, original people, take their last breath at the hands of someone with authority, with supposed authority. Okay. So again, they don't want any more of these. Okay. The incense you bring me is a stench to my nostril. Again, your holy celebration. I'm about to say celebrities. Hold on. Okay, so it says your holy celebrations of the new moon